The parity in this league is unbelievable. High school prep basketball at its best. Welcome to the NPA.
Right over the defender.
12 teams vying to become NPA national champions. It's down. No, Kellen Tynes! Throw it down! Samuel Alamutu putting it on a platter. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Stay tuned, folks. NPA Nationals are going to be an absolute treat.
Final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Mr. Moves, Jay out there with Bottoms. And it's Cool Hands, and it's Mr. Moves in at the 2. We've got Big Cat, Bottoms is out there with the Chosen One. Then it's Fresh, and it's Cross in at the 3, the small forward. There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh man, Kev, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
a lot of them,
out.
though, didn't you?
I know, man. I didn't know it was gonna be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've ever played with, but he could shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Land, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play, fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passes in this league.
3 terrific names. Here's the Chosen One. Shot clock at 6. And he cuts it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Mr. Moves. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against them.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the post.
Fires from deep. That shot off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Knocked loose. Pass to Cool Hands. Jay, the pass to Mr. Moves. Misses the 3. Here's the Chosen One. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first trip to the line tonight. Shoot 2. That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
To the middle, here's Jay. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Goes back up. He can't get that one to fall.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Now here's Fresh. Tight defense on him. Count it.
They tailored their offense around him. Let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Jay, he's covered by Fresh. The pass to Bottoms. Here's Mr. Moves. Passes it to Jay. From deep 3-point range, that one doesn't drop. Gone 2 or 3 to start out the game. Out to the right wing. Pass to Fresh. Sinks that one from the post. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off, trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection, as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
See who led the league in assists last year. You look at Fresh, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Mr. Moves passes to Cool Hands. Here's Mr. Moves. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mr. Moves, buried from 15 feet out.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Oh, here's Fresh. Defense is right there. Misses from short range.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Mr. Moves. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Cool Hands. Pass to Big Cat. Here's the chosen one. Here's the pass across. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Passes it to Bottoms. Ripped away. One-on-one fast break. Here's the chosen one. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Mr. Moves. Pass to Jay. Clock at 6. High post try. The shot, no good.
Oh, he did everything right there except the shot.
And so it's the home team with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this. Teams are getting shaken up a bit. Coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully, they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere.
They sure will. The chosen one out there with Adams. Then it's Fresh. And it's Cool Hands, and it's Big Cat in at the 5, roaming the paint. Mr. Moves out there with Bottoms. And it's Cool Hands. Then there's Jay, and it's Bottoms in at the 3 slot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
It's good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Fresh up top. 20-point game for him in the win again. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Bottoms. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now the pass to Cool Hands. 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Moves. Passes it to Jay. Shoots from the baseline. Fresh pulls it in.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
He's just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel.
Here's Cool Hands. 29 points for him last game against the Bottoms. Releases from 15. He gets it in there. Bottoms got his first bucket of the night.
The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
The chosen one passes to Cross. Pass to Fresh. The ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Mr. Moves. Adams defending. And there's the pass to Mr. Moves. Drops in the tray. Mr. Moves got 5.
He knew he had that one. I mean, when he's got the open 3, he's not going to wait around and give the D a chance to get out on him.
A floater, and it's good on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Fresh.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Pass to Bottoms. A 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The chosen one passes to Adams. Here's Cool Hands. And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock. Cool Hands got 4 points in the quarter.
And these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Jay, the pass to Bottoms. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Fresh. 6 points for him. Good.
This system is set up perfectly for him. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Here's Mr. Moves. Adams defending. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. 3-pointer. The shot comes out. Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Cool Hands. Out left of the wing. Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's Fresh. He's got 8. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Here's Jay. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the home team with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Penny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they had. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting. Ridiculous, fellas. It's amazing that they're still in this game. It's going to come down to how bad they want it. I even want it. Ernie, sign me on a 10-day contract right now.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody. With Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Cool hands really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball to go through.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. They've got cool hands. Big Cat out there with Fresh. And there's Bottoms. And it's the chosen one in at the point. They get it back. Cross. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
There's different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Wonderfully up to this point, 67%. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David, thank you. And he comes up with the deuce. Big Cat's got his second best.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Out to the wing. Looking to end his cold spell. And no good that time.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Fresh, the pass to Big Cat. No good on the three. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Mr. Moves. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
It might take a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 of 4 so far. Just need to calm down, play their game.
First one falls. one falls, so he hits both of them. And only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Mr. Moves passes to Bottoms. Here's Mr. Moves. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Mr. Moves. Got a piece of it.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Big Cat. That one good for 2. Big Cat's got 4 this quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's tipped. Pushing it up. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as high percentage a look as you're going to get running the floor beautiful.
1:57 left in the third quarter. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. You look at Fresh, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Perfect from the line this time. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens to me was a guy like a Kevin Durant.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the pass to Bottoms. Shot clock at 5. Over to the wing. 14 feet away. Misses off the right iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Here's Fresh. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Here's Cross. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Fresh.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Ball stolen. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third.
I just think what the score would be if it weren't for him. I mean, he's been amazing. But a one-man show isn't going to get you a win in the league.
Passes to Cross. Cloak loose. Fast break, here they come. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
A shot.
Seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Fresh. 10 points for him. Lets it go from deep. Offline. And so it's the home team in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Mr. Moves. He's out there with Mr. Moves. Bottoms is out there with cool hands. There's Bottoms. Pass to cool hands. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Moves. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And they're pushing it up. Off with the layup.
He's not an easy man to stop. He's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
And the shot goes down.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
The pass to Bottoms. Passes it to Mr. Moves. From deep. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurt.
Cole, the pass to the chosen one. From downtown, an offensive rebound, another shot, and it's good on the way in.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
That one drops for him.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Pass to Fresh. Lets it go from the wing. Misses off the left iron. Gone 104 since the end of the third quarter. Mr. Moves passes to Mr. Moves. It's tipped.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Fresh, the pass to Big Cat. Fresh with the ball. And he's checked in for the chosen one. Just 31% in the game. Here's Mr. Moves. He's covered by Fresh. He gets that one.
And in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially the size.
Good. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA, and big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez. Bucks. I mean, what you do in Milwaukee, just shoot threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid or Zingers, and we already see what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, as time went to your career, because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters. And now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And the first one drops. on both. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Mr. Moves. Adams defending. Pass to Mr. Moves. The way up missed.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off this game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Exactly. Give it to the guy with a hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Shoots. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. Pass to Cool Hands. Here's Mr. Moves. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Cool Hands. And he hits the jumper for 2. .119 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Cool Hands. Off target from the baseline. Mr. Moves passes to Mr. Moves. No good that time. Adams, a nice D. Gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Big Cat. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Full with the rebound. Now here's Fresh. He's guarded closely.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
Yep, that one goes.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating, because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan.